I'm not gonna pick a favorite, but
Oh,
because you're like, here's this thing I can do, and he's like, oh, let me try, and then is really good at it, and it's like, well, thank you for making me feel good about this special thing I thought I could do.
Did Tom Holland just spill the beans on what it is about Zendaya that has him going head over heels for her? You would be surprised at some of these things he said. Stay tuned and you can get a glimpse at it all. Hello and welcome to Celebrity Zone, everyone. Before we head into the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more. Coming to the basics of it all, the major reason why Tom is in love with Zendaya is because of how multi-talented and stunning she is. I mean, she is the youngest actress to win an Emmy in lead actress in a drama series. She was awarded the CFDA Fashion Icon Award at the age of 20. Zendaya is a fashion, film, and television industry powerhouse. Do you know how they say the human mind gets attracted to what they are not supposed to do? Well, Zendaya was one person that Tom was instructed to stay away from, and he just couldn't help but fall in love with her. Do you want to know what happened? Here, let's look at who the person was who tried to stop them from falling in love. Did you know the producer of Spider-Man specifically asked the two not to date? Yes, she did, girl. When Tom and Zendaya started getting friendly with each other in the Spider-Man movies, Amy Pascal smelled trouble. Like us, she also knew that the couple had undeniable chemistry, and she tried to warn them against taking any action. She saw the two clinging on to each other, literally, and she went ahead and told them to stop it. Amy Pascal said, "I took Tom and Zendaya aside separately when I first cast them and gave them a lecture. Don't go there. Just don't. Try not to." She added, "I gave the same advice to Andrew and Emma. It can just complicate things, you know? They all ignored me." I don't know about you, but I'm really happy they ignored her. It looked like she had given the same advice to Andrew and Emma, who went on to date for a good 4 years, but they didn't last. However, we know Tom and Zendaya are going to last forever. Don't you think so? Comment down below and let us know if you think these two can make it in the long run. Another reason Tom loves Zendaya is that she accepts him just the way he is. A major debate on the internet has been about their height difference. While this would have made some other couples very uncomfortable, Tom and Zendaya didn't care about it at all. Tom and Zendaya are ready to address the matter of their height disparity, and they don't believe it will ever be a barrier. During the town hall, Tom argued that Zendaya was not that much taller than him, telling presenter Jessica Shaw, "Let's get things out in the open. At most, it'll be an inch or two. It's not like people ask, 'How did you and your partner kiss?' It had to be extremely difficult." Shaw, seeing where Tom was headed, remarked, "What I'm getting at is that I'm always interested by, because it's such a sexist thing to say, 'Oh my god, the lady is taller,' and it's so problematic." "This is natural too," Zendaya admonished. "My mom is bigger than my dad. My mom is taller than everyone." "It's a foolish presumption," Holland remarked, noting that every woman examined in Spider-Man photo shoots was taller than him. "I was wondering whether John had made that choice. Maybe it was a choice John Watts made and something he was aware of and wanted to break the stereotype." This clearly shows that the couple has had conversations about this height difference, and Zendaya is always amazing to deal with it. What a queen, right? Zendaya's quiet nature is something that might have attracted Tom as well. However, the world often tends to take advantage of such kind souls. This is why Tom has always been pretty possessive of her. When interviewed over the leaked paparazzi photos, the couple shared their discomfort. Tom said, "One of the downsides of our fame is that privacy isn't in our control anymore. And a moment that you think is between two people that love each other very much is now a moment that's shared with the entire world." Zendaya too shared her feelings and said the entire ordeal felt quite strange and weird and confusing and invasive. Tom was so annoyed about the whole deal that he slammed reporters who kept pestering him. He said, "I've always been adamant about keeping my private life private because I share so much of my life with the world anyway." He continued, "We sort of felt robbed of our privacy." The press continued to question the couple's relationship. In the absence of Zendaya, similar queries would occasionally be thrown at Tom. However, being the gentleman that he is, he refused to say anything on her behalf. "It's not a conversation that I can have without her," he explained. "You know, I respect her too much to say, this isn't my story, it's our story, and we'll talk about what it is when we're ready to talk about it together." As Tom Daya fans, we never want to see these two hurt, but we are so glad that they are now out in the open about the relationship. Her thoughtfulness and ability to care for the world is another reason why Tom is so in love with her. When the Oscars hair scandal erupted, many were impressed by Zendaya's calm and thoughtful reaction. She explained why she thought Rancic's statement was so hurtful and detailed the troubled history of discussing Black women's hair before concluding with words of encouragement. She has continued to utilize her popularity to speak out on race and social justice issues ever since. In 2017, she told Glamour, "I am inspired right now by people who use their platforms. If people know your name, they should know it for a reason." I mean, that is the true indication of a queen, wouldn't you say so? She uses her platform for good, and we can't get enough of it. Another reason why Tom is so madly in love with her is that she has helped him multiple times throughout his career. Tom once said that he was having difficulty coping with all the Spider-Man attention. He said it would have been really tough for him if Zendaya hadn't been present. Tom used to say, "We are like the best of friends. She's so great and amazing." He also said that Zendaya had been super helpful in getting him to deal with his newfound fame. For him, dealing with fame was very hard, and Zendaya was always there, which is why he is so in love with her. Check out what he had to say about her. "The biggest way is just companionship," he said. "Two friends coming together, experiencing this world, going through the same problems at the same time. Having a shoulder to cry on has been a huge thing for the pair of us. And with Jacob as well, we really are a family." Becoming famous at the age of 19, this is a different kind of fame, he added. "There is not a corner of the world that Spider-Man hasn't touched. It's a lot to take in, so it's nice for me to have a family to share that with." Zendaya agreed that Tom is an amazing man and holds a lot of respect for him in her heart. She said, "I was lucky enough where my life didn't change overnight. I started when I was young, so it was kind of like a slow progression. I kind of got to learn it as I went and get my footing a little bit, whereas for him, it was so much all at once. I have an extreme amount of empathy for that, so anything I learned or have learned or continue to learn, I share with him, and anything he learns, he shares with me." And that's it for today, folks. Check out some of these other Tom Daya content we have for you. Take care, and we'll see you soon.